Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi everyone, I'm Naflah, and in this video I'm going to present to you about my analysis of pragmatic aspects, in which we're going to analyze the presupposition, entailment, implicature, references, and deixis. So this video is actually an assignment for one of my class, namely Discourse Analysis, so that's why we're going to analyze pragmatics. And my lecturer has given to us this storybook where we have to choose the story and pick some sentences to analyze. Me and my group mates chose the story of Lady and the Tramp. So before doing so, I'm going to explain to you first what is presupposition, entailment, implicature, references, and deixis. First one, presupposition. So presupposition is the background information assumed to be true by both speaker and listener. It remains constant even if the sentence is negated. I'm going to use Tom and Jerry as the example because they're my favorite cartoon. So, for presupposition, Tom regrets chasing Jerry. We can presuppose that Tom chased Jerry. Even if it's negated, for example, Tom doesn't regret chasing Jerry. It still presupposes that Tom chased Jerry. Entailment. So, entailment is a logical consequence of a statement. If the original sentence is true, then the entailed information must also be true. However, unlike presuppositions, entailments do not survive under negation. Jerry ran out of the house. We can entail that Jerry was in the house. If it's negated, for example, Jerry didn't run out of the house, it means the entailment may not be true anymore. Next, implicature. It refers to what is suggested or implied by a statement, even if it's not directly stated. So it relies on context and shared understanding. For example, Tom says it's a bit crowded in a mouse hole. The implicature is that Tom is implying that Jerry is hiding there and he can't enter. So he doesn't say it outright, but we infer it. Now, what is references? So references link language to things or people in the world or in the discourse, and in here we have several types. First one is endophora. So it actually have two types, but endophora then have another some of types below it. But first one, endophora is the reference within the text or discourse. Endophora has two types below it. To make it, I don't know, maybe more detail, it has anaphora and cataphora. Then what is the differences between anaphora and cataphora? Anaphora refers backward to something previously mentioned. For example, Tom saw Jerry. He chased him. In here, we can see that he is the antecedent and Tom is the anaphoric. He refers back to Tom. So he, Tom, and him to Jerry. Do you understand? I know it's kind of confusing, but we can do it. For the next one is cataphora. Cataphora is the what is the English anymore? I'm so sorry. It's the opposite. It's the opposite of anaphora, which means that cataphora refers forward to something mentioned later. Now I can do this. Sorry. For example, although he was tired, Tom kept chasing Jerry. So the he in the first phrase refers to Tom, introduced later in the sentence. You get it, right? I really hope you get it. I'm so sorry if my explanation is kind of confusing because I feel so, but it's actually easy, guys, if you understand it well. But we are learning, so it's okay. That's okay. You just have to keep breathing, keep going. The next is exophora, the friend of endophora. So exophora, just like anaphora opposite the cataphora, exophora also is the opposite of endophora. So exophora is a reference to something outside the text or discourse. For example, watch out, he's coming. In here, if we are watching Tom and Jerry and someone says this, the he refers to Tom. It might be refers to Tom. Visible in the physical or shared context, but not mentioned in the sentence. For the last one, we have deixis. What if deixis? So deixis are context-dependent words that point to time, place, or person. The meaning changes depending on who says it, where, and when. In here, deixis also have types, which are first one, present deixis. For example, I'll get Jerry. I depends on who's speaking. It could be Tom. And the second one is place deixis. For example, Jerry is hiding there. There points to a location related to the speaker. Third one is time deixis. For example, he escaped yesterday. Yesterday depends on the current day to be meaningful. Now, after all of that, we're going to move to the fun part, which is the analyzing part. Alright, for the first sentence, we have shame on you, lady, shouted Aunt Sarah. We can presuppose that a lady did something bad or socially unacceptable. Oh, wait a second, I'm going to mark this. Well, she shouted. And the implicature is, and also that we can presuppose that Aunt Sarah believes she has the authority or right to judge lady behavior. And the implicature is that Aunt Sarah implies that lady deserves to be ashamed. And there's an additional social implicature that lady's behavior is out of line with what is expected from a pet or even like the name lady. Also, the entailment is that Aunt Sarah believes lady did something blameworthy. Like, it's like shame on you, lady. And also that Aunt Sarah is upset or reacting emotionally because she shouted. She shouted, okay. And the reference type in here is endophora, specifically cataphora, because here we can see you and lady both refer the same entity within the sentence, specifically Koreans, you, lady. For the deixis is you is a person deixis. It is depending on the context to know who is being addressed, and in this case, it's lady. Lady is also used as a vocative here, showing who is being spoken to directly. Now we move to the second sentence. Attacking my poor little angels, a muzzle is what you need. She took lady right to the pet shop to buy one. We can presuppose here that lady attacked the poor little angels. Attacking poor little angels. The speaker also, I believe, lady is guilty. And so that's why she took lady right to the pet shop to buy one. What is one? We can explain later. And Aunt Sarah also has the authority to take lady and act on this. Yeah, here she took lady right to the pet shop, so that's why. And for the implicature is that the phrase "you need a muzzle" implies that lady is no longer trusted. Also, she taking her to the pet shop immediately implies no discussion, only punishment. The entailment is that attacking my poor little angels. There was an attack because it said attacking my poor little angels. For the reference type is endophora, specifically anaphora, because she refers back to Aunt Sarah. So in the previous sentence, there's an anaphoric of Aunt Sarah. That's why she refers back to the Aunt Sarah. and also one with respect to a muzzle. The one in here and muzzle. For the Deixis, we have second person Deixis you, which is directly addressed lady, and the third person Deixis she refers to all Sarah, assuming context makes this clear. And also I add some inference. Inference is kind of the same with implicature, so it's like a context within the text, the meaning within the text, the context not within the text, it's outside of the text. So in here the inference is the inference is my poor little angels leads the hero to infer that on Sarah is referring to her Siamese cat. So in the story, the previous sentences before this mentioning the Siamese cat, which are the little angels of Aunt Sarah, even though she never names them. For the third sentences, we have when Lady stopped to catch her breath, she was in a strange part of town surrounded by a pack of mean dogs. We can presuppose that Lady had been running or moving quickly since she needed to catch her breath. So Lady stopped to catch her breath. So we can presuppose that maybe he had been running or moving quickly. And also we can presuppose there are dogs, because in here it's a pack of mean dogs, so they're dogs. The implicature, we can imply that a lady is now in trouble or at risk, so she might need help or something bad might happen next. We don't know. The entailment is that a lady was running at a certain effort because she needed to catch her breath. Also, she ended up in a place she doesn't know because it was strange for her. And then there are multiple dogs and they are threatening in some way. Why they are threatening? Because it's a pack of mean dogs, so they're somehow threatening lady. I'm sorry. For the references type, in here we have anaphora, and specifically anaphora because the pronoun she, which is an antecedent, follows the noun lady, which is an anaphora. She refers to lady. Where is she? She refers to lady. And the deixis, we have personal deixis. She refers to lady, it's a third person deixis. And special deixis. So in a strange part of town is a special deixis, though it's less precise that here or there. The location is described related to lady's experience. It's strange to her. Last sentences, we have afterwards, Tramp took lady to visit one of his favorite places. We can presuppose that something happened before this because there are words of afterwards. It assumes the prior event. And also Tramp and lady are together because Tramp took lady to visit one of his favorite places and on some sort of outing. We can imply the implicature that Tramp wants to share something special with lady, possibly to impress her or bond with her. We don't know, but for the context it might be. And the entailment is that Tramp and lady went somewhere together because Tramp took lady and Tramp led the way because he took lady. Also there is a place Tramp likes and has visited before because Tramp he took lady to visit one of his favorite places. For the references type, we have anaphora, specifically anaphora, because his is an anaphoric expression to Tramp. We have Tramp in here and his. Even though his is a possessive pronoun, but it's not a definite noun, but has definite reference. And the Deixis is an afterword. Near afterwards is a clear example of temporal Deixis. It relies on knowing what came before in the story, and the name Tramp and lady used directly, so no person Deixis. Okay, that's it, the presentation of my analysis of pragmatic aspects in some sentences in the story of Lady and the Tramp. And please kindly remind me or correct me if there anything wrong with my analysis. I'm still learning and I'm open to any discussion, so let me know in the comment section. Lastly, I'm so sorry if there anything wrongly said, or yeah, if there anything wrong with what I was saying before. And I really hope you can learn something new or anything from this video and from my analysis and from the entire video. Thank you so much for watching, and I really hope you have a nice day. Bye.